todos, hijo mío. Nuestros sueños y esperanzas viajan contigo.
Le marginarán y matarán.
¿Cómo? Para ellos será un dios.
Our one goal was to create a movie with the understanding in our heads that no other live action had existed before. That this was the first movie ever told about Superman, first anything on TV or film. And so I went about it the same way. I went straight to the comic books and I ignored everything that had gone before, and I just wanted to do justice to the character in the comic books and not try and be like Christopher Reeve or not try and be different from Christopher Reeve. I just wanted to do justice to the character which I saw in the books.
¿Y si un chico soñara con convertirse en algo distinto de lo que la sociedad tenía previsto para él?
I was a fan before, but I wasn't a comic book reader. And so as soon as I got the job, I just got the DC Comics app on my iPad and ordered as many of the comic books as I possibly could and just read through every single one of them and tried to find a baseline to the character which I could apply to the framework of the script.
Mi hijo iba en el autobús. Vio lo que hizo Clark.
I wasn't prepared for yes. I was prepared for no. And so when it happened, when I was told yes, I didn't know how to feel. It was a new one for me because I'd experienced no a lot and I'd experienced yes for smaller jobs, but this was a very big job and a job that I wanted to get and a wonderful opportunity to be in. And so it took me about 45 minutes of just sitting there and thinking about it and trying to work out how I felt. And then of course, you get very excited after that and the reality of it all dawns on you. But when that reality dawned, it was just a wonderful opportunity. I mean, you get to work with Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan, David Goyer, Warner Brothers Studios, and that was before the rest of the cast came on even. And then as those cast members started to come on, and I started to meet all the crew as well, it just became like a dream come true.
Tú eres la respuesta a la pregunta de si estamos solos en el universo.
Okay, so 5 months of training before the movie for pre-production, 6 weeks by myself. Then I met Mark in LA and he took me through all the technical movements, and then we went on to mass building, which was very heavy weights, some sort of sprint type cardio and lots of calories going in. And then when you do mass building, you put on fat as well. It's going to happen. And so we had to lean up before we started shooting. And then throughout the 6 months of shooting, I was training for an hour every morning before work, and that was or an hour after work. It was a very, very grueling experience, but very rewarding at the same time. As much as it was hard work and I completely restructured my body, it was fun, and feeling strong is a good feeling.
¿Cómo encuentras a alguien que se ha pasado la vida borrando su rastro? Para algunos era un ángel de la guarda.
Well, Clark Kent and Kal-El are the same person, and they're not different from each other. It's just a different name. It's a different perspective on the same being. Whereas Clark Kent is the human perspective, Kal-El is the Kryptonian perspective. And that's what's wonderful about it. He's not a different character. He's the same guy. It's just he has a different understanding of what and who he is and why he is. And Superman is, the manifestation, the hero version, the world's view version of that guy.
Les darás a los habitantes de la Tierra un ideal por el que luchar. Se apresurarán a seguirte, tropezarán, caerán.
I mean, I've always been someone who's kind of been on the outside. I've traveled the world a lot. I haven't had the same friends all the time. I've had to either make new friends and meet new people and, help them trust me and get to know who I am as a person. Or if I was too tired of that, just sitting back and, watching the world go by and spend time by myself. And so I just applied a lot of that to the character, because the character does sit on the outside a lot and just watches the world go by, and isn't someone who uses their words all the time and communicates very openly. They communicate with their body a lot, and because that's a natural state, because they're not sitting there chit-chatting all the time with everyone else.
¿De qué es la S?
No es una S. En mi mundo significa esperanza.
Pues aquí es una S. ¿Qué te parece?
Perdona.